I'm not going to be doing any cuts today. I'm not going to be talking about any alpha. I'm not going to be talking about any cool projects that are coming out. What I want to talk about now is just something real and raw, and it's about the market and how you engage and interact with the market, and actually what you want to get out of it when it comes down to the NFT market. Now, the reason I don't want to do any cuts, I don't want to kind of share any of this, is the fact that I just want to kind of keep this about you, the viewer. I want to kind of make sure that you're feeling good and that you can actually kind of come out of this space better than you've gone into it. Now, at the moment, the crypto market's kind of getting hammered, and this is actually having an effect on the NFTs. Usually when the sort of crypto market's gone down, the NFT market's kind of gone up, but at the moment they're kind of moving the same. So a lot of people are kind of seeing losses when it comes down to crypto, then they're seeing losses when they come down to their NFT values, and it's almost just compounding. So a lot of projects are just kind of getting a lot of liquidity taken out of them. People are left holding the bags, and a lot of people that don't actually have that much are kind of overextended. And you can kind of see this on Twitter, you can kind of see it on YouTube. I can see it because people aren't watching as much content. People aren't kind of engaging the way that they used to. A lot of people just kind of don't want to be seeing the market and looking at it because they're over leveraged, they've kind of over invested, and it's a little bit worrying. Now, one thing that I kind of want to say is the fact that I've seen the crypto markets sort of run up, run down. I've seen them kind of go over and over before, and it's an uncomfortable feeling, but you kind of know that this is just the game that we play. It's kind of just what happens. Things just kind of go like this. People get bored, the markets kind of pick up, and then it eventually gets better. The old saying is kind of like, when in doubt, zoom out. And if you do that and look at the crypto charts over the last sort of 5, 6, 7 years, you'll notice that the trend is up. When it comes down to the NFT market, this is so new. There aren't many data points to get. Usually we're kind of looking at month on month. We're not really looking at year on year. When you zoom out on something like OpenSea volume, and you go year on year, it is just an exponential growth. When you look at all the projects that are happening and that are out, it's just exponential growth. It's crazy. Now, what you may think you understand when it comes down to what projects will be hot, what will pop, what teams will kind of do well, how you'll kind of make money, this is going to change. It's not going to stay the same way that it has been and that you're kind of used to seeing. I'm seeing these changes at the forefront because I'm kind of covering a lot of projects, I'm talking to a lot of people, and I'm kind of very in tune with it. And if you are only kind of dipping in and out of this sort of a few times a week or an hour a day, it might be very hard to see these subtle signs. But what I am noticing is that there is a bigger influx of larger money coming in. Now, I'm talking about corporate money. The idea is that McLaren's doing a drop. We've got a whole bunch of Nike doing a lot of stuff. We've got a lot of brands that may not seem like they do fit into the space that are going to be coming in because they do see the NFT space as a way to kind of add to what they're actually kind of offering as a business, as offering a product to someone. As the consumer, and that kind of goes on the bottom line. Now, I know that might sound bad about sort of companies coming in and kind of ruining the Web3 space and the space that we have, but it's just legitimizing the space, and there are going to be ups and downs. It's the same kind of thing when it comes down to the stock market. There have always been kind of booms and busts, and we're just currently in one of those stages. Now, this is just about kind of making sure that you can reflect on what you've kind of invested in crypto and NFTs. And are you overinvested? Is this one of those things where you may want to sort of kind of sell off everything and then just kind of be out for like the monetary gains or losses, but be still involved with it and kind of like mod in communities or kind of still be building those connections? Is this one of those things where you have this conviction and you want to double down and go for it? Is this just one of those things where you just want to sort of hold on to the handles and just kind of like ride it out? What I kind of want this to be is the fact that you will be getting a lot of misinformation. You get a lot of people saying, hey, the market's tanking. Hey, the market's doing great. Hey, this is the best time to buy blue chips. Hey, you should liquidate all your holdings. You should also be skeptical of a video like mine kind of talking. But what I'm kind of want to say is you should look at what you're kind of doing, how you're feeling within the space, and vocalize it. Even if like it might not help too much to people that don't understand it, because they'll think you're just talking about sort of monkey JPEGs. But if you do vocalize it, it'll kind of help out kind of justifying what your plays are and where you kind of want to move in the space, because there will be times where you kind of lose some money and you can't kind of make it back. But when you learn from those mistakes and you're able to kind of verbalize it and not try to hide it, you're then going to end up making better decisions in the future. And that's also why I like having this channel. This channel, like, my face is on camera. I'm always talking to people. My losses are recorded and they're on the internet. And the idea is that people can kind of see that and I can learn from that myself. I'm not trying to hide from it. I'm not trying to ignore it. I'm just going to lean into it and be like, okay, how can I better myself? How can I make a better decision later on down the line? So this video is about kind of analyzing and self-reflection of what you're actually kind of doing in the space and ensuring that it aligns with actually what you want. Because if you're treating this as a way to kind of get yourself out of debt, or treating it like entertainment, or treating it like a casino, you need to ensure that your risk tolerances, what you're able to kind of stomach in terms of a loss, is there. For me, if everything went to zero tomorrow, so all the crypto went to zero, all my NFTs went to zero, I wouldn't be happy, but I would be fine because I haven't gone full leveraged in it. I've made sure that I've got myself assets. I've made sure that I've got some fiat. I've made sure that I've kind of spread myself out and I've got a reasonable portfolio. The idea is that sure, crypto might hold sort of a decent bag, but it's not going to bankrupt me and I'm not going to be in a position that I'm kind of regretting later. This is one of those things where I've seen this before and we're going to see it again. And the idea with this is just me kind of saying it's okay if things aren't working out the way that they are. You will have people flexing on Twitter, just like they would on Instagram, going, hey, look at the 30 ETH that I just made off this flip doing this. Look at this what I've done. Hey, check out the project that I've ran up. Hey, check out this. And you will kind of be lulled into a false sense of security, thinking that everyone out there is making wins and gains and you're not getting them. Or on the flip side, everyone's making these terrible losses and you're also having those losses, and it's this echo chamber of just doom, essentially. So I keep coming back to say, like, this isn't like a traditional video, but this is just me saying it's fine for things to not be working out right now, because they will get better. And if things aren't good, you should definitely kind of have a talk to sort of people that are in the groups that you're with and going, hey, here's a loss that I've made. Hey, here's what's not working out for me. And start to get some opinions and see what other people are actually doing, because it is very hard when you're just passively consuming information and just assuming that everyone is doing great and you're not, and you're doing something wrong, when most of the time you are exactly the same as everyone else. So it's nice to kind of feel like you are a part of what everyone else is actually kind of going through and not feeling like an outsider. So with this video, I'm not going to do the like, subscribe, all that kind of thing. I just want you to kind of make sure that you come out of this kind of rough, rocky patch better than you've come into it. Learn some things so that when we do kick into full bull mode again, you're good and making some great wins. Anyway, it was nice to kind of, nice to just have a chat.